Welcome to Vermontitude, a collaborative effort between Great Eastern Radio, the Brattleboro Reformer, and BCTV to bring you the stories behind the stories on the topics you want to learn more about. Because there's always more, so there'll always be Vermontitude. Hosted by me, Peter Fish Case. Welcome to Vermontitude. New episodes drop every Tuesday and can be found by going to vermontitude.com, reformer.com, brattleboro.tv, and locally on Comcast Channel 1078. We come to you from our studios at the Innovation Box on Landmark Hill. I'm Peter Fish Case, and each week we cover the topics that are of concern to Windham County and the towns that reside within its borders. Joining us today on the program, Luis Sanchez from Amaru Gourmet, and an interesting story of from finance to food, I guess we can label this. Welcome, Luis.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Peter.
So tell us, so we had an opportunity, of course, to talk as normally I do with my guests before we go on. But you were coming from the finance world and into food. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yes. First of all, thank you very much for the invitation. It's a pleasure to be here. Yes. I mean, 11 out of 10 people ask me the same question. How did you ended up in a town like Brattleboro? So I think this is a great opportunity to tell the audience over there, who am I and how do we transition from finance to the Peruvian cuisine restaurant here. So first of all, I was born and raised in Lima, Peru. My father was Peruvian and my mother was Italian. So I have both combinations. I study business administration, economy with a specialization in finance and marketing. And then at the age of early 30s, I had the opportunity to go to Switzerland. Over there, I spent almost 22 years. And I entered into the finance world. I was an executive on Swiss banking. And from there, I had the opportunity to know the world, travel 65 plus countries, all among Europe, Asia, Australia, and everywhere. So then I had the chance to become an executive of an investment company, which allows me to live 5 years in Vietnam, 5 years in China, and 5 years in Dubai. So I had a chance to see the Muslim culture, the religion, the condiments that they have, the deep inside Chinese secrets of cuisine, the ingredients that they hold, and the street foods of Saigon. And I was supposed to open the restaurant, believe it or not, in Saigon.
Oh.
Yeah, that was the initial plan. So when I turned 50, was 2 years ago, I decided to follow my dream, the dream that I have with my mother. My mother was a surgeon, but then she also became a chef. So I traveled extensively with her. She changed the scalpel for the knife. And I had the opportunity to travel with her to see a lot of places, how cookies been done, because she asked me to take her to pretty much every place in Europe and Middle East and Asia. And then I said to her, well, why don't we open a restaurant? She goes, that would be my dream. So I said, let's do it together. Unfortunately, she passed away in 2016, so we couldn't accomplish our dream. So when I turned 50, I said, this is the moment. I feel it and I want to do it. And I'm still on the age that I can still do it.
Sure.
16 hours is the new 4 hours in the kitchen.
Right.
Yeah, it's an extensive job. So I said 50, I still feel that I'm young. Okay. So I decided to stop the finance, to stop the investment, and go to open a restaurant. But it was like, my family were like, my friends, they go like, excuse me, what are you doing? Well, listen to this, you are successful, finance, invested half of your life doing that, and now you're going to go to open a restaurant, but you don't know how to cook. I said, yes, I do. I have on the DNA, my mother is Italian, is a chef, my father is Peruvian is a good cuisine. But yeah, you may know how to cook a couple of dishes, host dinners at your house for 2 or 3 people, but
sure.
That's not what it's doing about opening a restaurant. So I said, you're right. So that's when I decided to go to Lima. My uncle owns a 646 chairs restaurant, and I spent over there alone with my partner, Chef Lana, a year plus around 12 to 15 hours a day, learning everything that you need to know from the cooking side. And fast forward, not to make this long story short, I had a partner of mine who went to Vietnam to see, okay, let's do it. And he decided, listen, why don't you, it's a good idea, it's a good business, Vietnam is good, trees is Saigon. I mean, there's no Peruvian restaurants over there, but have you ever been to the US? And I go, US? Where exactly are you in the US? He goes, and I go, don't tell me where you want to be, don't tell me where you have been, or don't tell me where your friends are. Tell me, where do you see that we can do the restaurant in the US? And he tells me Boston. And I go, well, Boston looks like an interesting place. It's a cosmopolitan place. It's on the seaside. Peruvian food is a lot of fresh ingredients, especially seafood. And I go, okay, why not? Let's give it a try. So I flew Saigon to Boston, landed over here. He picks me up, starts driving me. And guess what, Peter? He goes, here's Harvard, MIT, streets of Boston. I said, very interesting. Where is the place you want to put the restaurant? I go, so it's a little bit to the north. Don't worry about it. Take a sightseeing. Because I've never been before in Boston. So no, it's fine. I mean, we will take a look. And he's still driving and trying to make me not thinking, where am I? A little tour explanation.
Sure.
2 hours later, we ended up in Brattleboro. And I go, excuse me? Hold on. So I Google it up, and it's like 8,000, 12,000. Saigon is 20, 17 million, 14 million. And I go, no, I'm going back. Come on, Luis. You're here. Why don't you give it a try? Open your eyes. See outside the box. I say, I'm looking outside the box, but I don't see it. It's happening.
This is Brattleboro. There is no box.
Exactly. Yeah. But I didn't know that at that moment, you see. So I'm trying to see the positivism, but I go like, where are the people? All my studies about thinking what I should do in Saigon,
right,
it didn't match here. So anyway, I was going back and forward to Switzerland because I am also Swiss citizen. Yeah. I became Swiss, and I go into Peru for training. So one of these times I came back and I was driving back, and then I saw the lake, the birds, the surroundings, the nature, and it got me.
Yeah.
And I say,
that's how we get you.
Why not? Well, pretty much.
Yeah. All right.
Why not? Why not give it a try? The town needs a different type of food. The town, this community looks like an opportunity to do something and be somebody to be creative. So I'll give it a try. I mean, worst case, I can always go back.
Sure.
But you have to try things in life. So I'll give it a try. And here we are. In 2 days, we're celebrating the first year.
All right. So, Luis, we're roughly about halfway through. So I just want to make sure that we give enough space to. Right now, you are cooking out. You have a kitchen in Bar 580.
Exactly. Yes.
And then, but exciting news! You'll be moving to downtown to the location that was formerly known as the Whetstone Station Restaurant.
Today, Rail and River.
Right. And that'll be happening hopefully sometime this summer.
Exactly.
But we're not just going to be cooking Peruvian food there anymore. What? Tell us a little bit about what folks can come to expect once you are down there.
Exactly. So let me go a little bit back very fast on time. So we came here with the Peruvian cuisine because, as you know, Peruvian is a cuisine that is booming.
Right.
It's a mixture between Spanish, Italian, African, Chinese, and Japanese, all mixed together with a fusion twist with local ingredients and foreign ingredients, and become this booming gastronomic. In 2023, Peru was restaurant number 1 in the world, 1, 5, 7, and in the top 50s. So this cuisine is booming. It booms, of course, in big cities like New York, Miami, LA, and everywhere in the world, Tokyo, and big capitals. But I decided to bring it to Brattleboro,
right,
so people can have first-hand impression of what is that type of cuisine. So once we've proven that it's working, that the food is acceptance, it's called scratch to kitchen because everything is done in the moment.
Right.
And it's also healthy, fresh ingredients, good culinary technique, and what we call it a secret ingredient, a pinch of love. It works. We won last year the best ethnic restaurant in Brattleboro. A great compliment. So with this in mind, and proving that I started and we started from finance to cuisine. A year after that, we proved that we can cook, put it this way, we move into Rail and River. And in Rail and River, this is the fascinating thing. You will have American cuisine in an elevated way, gourmet twisted, combined with international dishes, a little bit of Asian cuisine, and at the same time, Peruvian cuisine. So let's say you wanted to go with a friend of you, and he wants to eat some American food, and you want to eat something different. This will be the place that you will have the full scope of menu that actually will gather everybody who they know what they want to eat and the ones that they want to experiment something new. So this is the new meeting point, let's say, put it this way.
Okay. All right. So this is exciting for downtown Brattleboro to have a little something different. Just as you said, there's a little bit of everything that's going to be going into this to this new menu. We also had the opportunity to talk about cooking for a cause, a little something that you do at Amaru Gourmet now.
Yes. Thanks for reminding me this, Peter. So we do a lot of things inside the kitchen and outside. Okay, we always think towards a win-win-win situation. Winning for the community, win for the people, win for us, and win for everybody. So it's not only about in the hospitality business just to be on the taking side, but it's also good to be on the giving side,
Okay.
So we realize that there's a lot of entities, charity entities here in Vermont and nearby neighbors that they need support from the community. Okay, they do some government help, some of them, they do fundraising, they do private donations, and they do different kinds of activities like bingos or raffles to fundraise funds for the cause. So I came with the idea with BCTV like 2 months ago to do a cooking for a cause. So what's the concept? These entities approach to us, and they design who's going to be that person who's going to be cooking for a night. So this person is going to be, could be an executive, could be an employee, could be anybody, comes to our kitchen and becomes a chef for one night. So he alone, my partner, Chef Lana, and myself will be the sous chef helping this person. So this person will be cooking exactly the menu. He will be his dream come true. Everybody wants to cook in a professional kitchen. You have this the high temperature, the flames, the adrenaline, the feeling, the clients demanding the dishes, the whole pressure. And on top of that, we have a live coverage by BCTV in that moment. So including everything you have to deal with the pressure. So at the end of the night, which is a fun time too, all the money that is being raised, part of that money goes back to the entity and to the cause that they want it to be done. That's why it's called Cooking for a Cause.
Nice.
We already did it with Kurt Hutton's Homes. We're going to do the next one on June 5 with Winston Prouty.
Okay. All right. And then folks reach out to you directly if they are interested in doing this?
Yes. They reach to us. And sometimes we also see with relationships, network that we have who might be interested, and they introduce us to us. And then I talk to them. No.
All right.
They'll find it very fascinating, and it's a different thing to be done,
Sure.
And for a good cause too.
Yeah. No, I like that. Giving back is always an important part of who we are here in Brattleboro, so we appreciate that you're doing that.
Thank you.
So just to recap, Luis Sanchez is part owner of Amaru?
Yes, owner.
Owner?
Yes.
Okay. And he is currently in, the location now easily found as Bar 580.
Correct.
You can order his food there. Later moving to River and Rail.
Rail and River.
Rail and River. So hopefully this summer. And
yes.
And now we know this man's interesting story from finance to food and but like a whole world in between all of that.
And thank you very much for giving the chance to be here and to actually tell all your audience who am I and who are we and what is our culture and what is behind the doors of our kitchen concept.
Great. Luis, thank you for jumping on Vermontitude.
Much appreciated, and wish you all the best and great continuation of your day. Thank you very much.
Thank you.